Guys, minions, and welcome to unMadeGaming. We are here for another episode of The Men of Letters. And we have our full cast and crew back with the addition of one wizard, whatever that is, Colin, here to reprise his role as Bradley Leach. So we have Colin from the Phantom Role Booth, we have Marzi from the Phantom Role Booth, we have Gnome from unMadeGaming, I guess. I don't know, you're getting a full title today. And we have Jess, aka Burst of Hope, and a surprise special guest if you guys stay tuned. That being said, guys, let's just jump right into things. Previously on the Men of Letters. This is my campiest intro, and I'm so excited for it. With the moon at its zenith, things were getting hairy for our intrepid investigators. But before they settled in to enjoy the sights, everything went to the dogs. You're welcome. It turned out that Tora, Jack, Bradley, and Hiram weren't the only people in the warehouse that night. In fact, a small congregation had gathered in the basement to perform an eldritch sermon for their dark god. Not one to miss out on a soiree, Hiram asked a few questions of the men in white before joining their activities with reckless abandon. Unfortunately, neither uninvited guests nor pets were permitted, and with a few quick words and a flourish of pages, a night terror was summoned from the dark between the stars to end the intruders. The camera fades in on the crumpled forms of Bradley, Hiram, and Jack. Rubble lays abound on the floor of the basement of this warehouse. The camera pans over their unconscious, bleeding forms and goes to a massive, just horrible-looking machine of some kind of combustion. Pipes go everywhere. If you didn't know better, this would look like some kind of atrocity of a pipe organ. And there in the center of it is a massive glass tube, and a single lone bubble bloops to the surface, originating from the small but lifeless form of one Joey, the Newsy. As the bubble sort of bloops to the top of this thing, the camera pans up the crack in the ceiling and into the warehouse proper, where we see the unconscious form of Tora Song. Tora, you lay there slumped over in the warehouse. Fortunately, you survived both Bradley's vomit and the werewolf form of Jack London. But you lie there slumbering, and in front of you shimmers, as if in old-school television, the small form of a silent little girl. Looks quite similar to you. And she says, "Wake up. Wake up." And as you sort of lay there unstirring, she reaches over as if to shake you, to wake you up. And as her ghostly hand touches your flesh, you feel an intense cold just take over your body, originating from that point on your arm, and immediately you see just scenes of terror. You see that you are back in your plane, those tentacle things are pulling you forward, you feel yourself leap from the plane, however you feel there's no breath in your throat. We snap back to a jungle where you hear the roars and screams of whatever that monstrosity is, and then bam, you are awake. You are awake, it is still nightfall, there is both a heaping pile of vomit near you, a massive crevice in the center of the warehouse, boxes and barrels spilled all over. You can see kind of down in there, but there's still sort of dust rising. There is a door towards the rear of you that is open, wide open, and you see that there seems to be like a blood trail leading down into this doorway. What are you doing?
These are all good things.
Mm-hmm. Welcome back to Men of Letters.
Cave, trying not to vomit at the smell inside of vomit, first off. It's stinging my eyeballs. Mm-hmm. I jolted awake. I looked around because it felt very real. Like being jostled by my sister is getting really old. Mm-hmm. Like this is exhausting. Okay, where the hell is everyone?
You do see that there is there's a bent but large pillar, a large metal girder that stands mostly vertical, and at the end of it there are several shattered chains, but looks like far less chains than you would expect because of what you guys had brought with you.
I'm like, who were we tying up again? What was going on? Okay, clearly this team leads me to go follow bloodstains. So I'm gonna go to the open doorway.
You go to the open doorway. It leads to a set of stairs that lead down. There's a large pool of blood, and then more blood leading down the stairs. However, none of your friends are in the stairwell.
I will carefully go down the stairs, but before getting all the way down, I will like try to wrap the wall.
Okay.
Guys.
Unfortunately, as you sort of round the bend of these stairs, you don't actually get a response. The dust and debris kind of have intruded into the stairwell, and as you kind of get to the base of the stairwell and look through, you see that much of the ceiling, the floor you were just on, has collapsed. Several sets of boxes. There seems to have been some kind of explosion on the right-hand wall, and as you kind of take in the scene, you kind of look down to your right, and you see the unconscious, very bloody, still bleeding form of Bradley. Piled under several rocks is the hulking, yet bleeding and unconscious form of Hiram, and wrapped in too many chains is the delicate, yet bleeding and unconscious form of Jack.
Oh, this doesn't look like the right kind of dungeon party. Oh, I kind of do the look-see-backsies upon the three figures, and I hesitate at Bradley, and I go over to Hiram.
Okay. As you begin to pass the bleeding form of Bradley towards the far more capable form of Hiram, there is a noise that sort of rumbles to life in the far back dark corner of this warehouse. It sounds kind of like a combustion engine, but a cheaply made one, not like the one that Jack has that is well maintained and cleaned. In fact, it sort of reminds you of the noises you heard in the basement of the Foxglove a few weeks ago. You hear this noise followed by this strange, like, gurgling sound, as if something's draining, perhaps?
Okay, I'm not going over there.
Okay.
No.
Cool. So you make your way to Hiram's unconscious body. What are you doing?
If there's like a shoulder or like a cheek exposed, I just want to be like, "Hey, buddy.
Just give him a little pat.
You okay? You okay?"
So you jostle Hiram awake. Hiram, you awake with the most painfully splitting headache. Also, sores and bruises all over your body because you are hit by rocks.
Oh, fucking Christ. Hey. Did we get it?
I really hope so, because I have no idea what's going on. And you guys are all unconscious.
I just look around a moment and I see all of the bodies.
Yep.
But the big body, that's missing, right?
Missing.
That's not good. I'm gonna go over to Jack.
You just Hulk out.
Rocks. It's fine, whatever.
I'm a man.
I jump back. I'm like, Jesus. What?
It's like nothing. It's like tossing a blanket.
I know, it's like no big deal at all.
Perfect.
And before I even bother with Jack, I'm gonna pull out. I'm gonna find my cigar, whatever's left of my cigar, and I'm gonna light up.
Yeah,
and
it looks comically like a Yosemite, one of the exploded ones, right?
Up.
So it's all blown out at the end, it got smashed in. But it's the only one you had on you, so
still good.
Yeah.
And with my big ass foot, I'm gonna kick, prod, roll the body over. Hey, pretty boy, you alive?
Jack, you are very unceremoniously awoken by a big foot.
God, what happened?
Wait, is Jack naked?
I think his pants tactically stayed on.
What kind of wolfing out are we?
We'll say it's 1980s Hulk, where the appropriate, just the PC part of his pants.
Just the appropriate amount.
Just the appropriate amount of pants.
Just the shirt. It's just the shirt.
It's really the Deadpool, not less
Which
the
is
Hulk.
naked from the waist down is way worse.
He's just shirt cocking it.
Should be some- it's like streaming etiquette or something. Da-da-da-da-da. Oh god, what happened?
You're shirtless.
Yeah.
That's what you point out.
Um,
Do you have like comically ooga eyes? Like what the hell happened?
I'm like, how many scars does Jack have?
Is Jack shirtless? What happened down here?
Jack,
It's
like,
a warm
sort of
warehouse.
pulls himself to his feet, still wrapped in these chains, although they're much looser because he's smaller right now. And Tora, you do see a scar that runs diagonally across his spine, like between the shoulder blades.
I mean, oh wow, what a big scar you have.
Like a werewolf scar. Oh, I see. I get it. You're in a fucking mood tonight. I can't tell if you said that in character, though. Oh, okay. It's nothing. That's nothing. Can you,
Nothing? I feel like a lot of things down here look like a little bit more than nothing.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. I've just had it for about 3 years. It's
Okay.
probably what caused
Yeah. Wait,
this.
but what kind are you? I missed it. I can't believe I missed it. Are you going to
Oh.
turn tomorrow?
What? Maybe. I could. Could happen. I didn't hurt anyone, did I?
Bradley's hurt. I don't know if he did that or not.
Yeah,
I stepped
you
over
kinda
his
did
body.
I'm gonna go over to the body and just like, by the collar, and just like pick you up and show the bite off. Yeah, you bit him right there.
He's unconscious. So you just grab him and just start dragging him. So Bradley, when you come to, it is even more unceremoniously as you are being hefted by the biggest man you've ever seen across the warehouse to the now human form of the one who bit you.
Hey.
Oh God.
Yeah, that one was you.
You got bit? Oh, is this consequential? Jack, how much of this do you know?
I don't know.
You don't know, but you
I-
are what?
I'll
What
be
kind of
honest,
what are you?
wolf kind. I don't know. Is the point? I have no idea. I usually eat what I.
I believe.
Oh, you should be dead, Bradley.
I feel like Hiram's still holding you.
I believe that my body is indicating a similar sensation to what you just said.
Uh-huh.
I am in a considerable amount of pain,
Mm.
and I would like to thank you, Hiram, because I don't know if I would be standing if you were not holding me.
You've had a day. Figured you could use a little pick me up.
Thank you.
I like carefully set you down. Maybe.
As you lay Bradley back down, the combustion noise that was there the entire time you guys have been awake sort of dies down, and now you hear an eerie silence that you kind of previously overlooked before. You didn't notice the sound because it was there the whole time, but now that it's gone, you distinctly note the absence of that sound.
Well,
You're weird. Do y'all mind taking these chains off now?
you're not in danger for another, what, like 20 hours?
I think so.
Uh-huh.
I don't think I've ever gone twice on the same night.
Uh-huh. Okay, I think it'd be safe for you to take the chains off and maybe find a shirt.
I'll help you.
Did
with
you
the party chains?
keep calling them party chains?
Well, yeah, we had a party with them, did we not?
I don't remember the party, but
I've never been to a party before.
There's a lot of things
I'm not surprised.
you haven't done, Bradley.
That's accurate. I live a very solitary life.
You don't say.
What is that?
Me? You? The thing in the corner?
Yes.
It's just in your imagination. Remember, you're half dead. It's okay.
Thank you. But I've been half dead before, and I know what that's like. Well, more than I've been twice alive.
Aren't you the magician? Can't you just give us some light over there in that corner? Or do you want Hiram to carry you over there? You seem very curious.
I get the sense that you resent the fact that I called myself a wizard. And I'm gonna use Legerdemain to summon a light in the corner.
You summon a light in the corner. So what does this light take on the form of? What does it look like?
It looks like a white orchid that glows.
Okay, cool. So yes, this glowing.
Of course it is.
Yeah. This. How extra is that? This glowing orchid appears. It animates out of nothing, and you see a massive contraption. It's probably like a good 10 plus feet wide. It looks like a pipe organ, right? It has like a bunch of like pipes coming out of it that seem to bend back into the wall. For those of you who were in the basement of the Foxglove, it looks kind of like that, but far more elaborate. And where there was a still before, there is a glass tube that is now empty, and you can see the barely breathing form of some kind of human or humanoid thing in the bottom of this tube. The tube isn't shattered, but you can see like liquid residue on the inside of this thing, and you can see like there's all kinds of just like pipes and gauges and gears and all kinds of steampunk nonsense coming out of this thing. But that's what you see. You can tell that it was the thing making noises. Or at least that's what you assume, given that the noises came from that corner.
Is it a small body or a large body?
It's hard to tell from this distance. You could close the gap and find out. It's kind of like laying prone, like in like the fetal position, just sort of in the tube. So it's kind of hard to tell how tall this body is.
Right.
You can hear Hiram like reloading his gun, and he's gonna go approach it because.
Wait! Don't do anything. And you just see take out like a rolled up piece of paper and like, let me light it on fire.
The fuck is that gonna light the paper on fire?
I didn't mean to start a competition, Tara.
Shut up, Bradley. Your illusions mean nothing to me. I'm sensing for the strange. Do I sense anything supernatural, magical, oracle?
You sense so much, right? It's like it hurts your head. You are just assailed with the supernatural. It's very apparent about what Jack is now. If you hadn't made the leap. But you get that sense, especially since that's kind of your jam. Specifically,
that's
that
pungent.
kind of
really pungent. Oh, man.
Yep. You notice there is a massive, although you can't really see it, you can sense it now. There's a massive ritual circle beneath this rubble. There's something dark and ominous, but deep, deep underground that you can feel. You can still feel it kind of getting away from you. You feel that this whole room was basically a chamber for magic. You sense that same kind of magic coming off of whatever that giant contraption is down there. And you sense magic coming from, but again, fading, that part of the wall looks like it was blown up. There's basically a collapsed tunnel on the right-hand side of the wall. You sense that there's something deep in that, whatever that is, but it is fading.
You would think that someone so intrigued by patterns would have noticed all this. And I'll just start walking towards the wall tube.
The best part is, without the sass, they noticed it because there was no rubble here last time. They got to see it live.
Yeah, Bradley's just mystified and like trailing behind Tora like a hurt puppy.
Everyone's confused. So you lead with your smudge to this machine. Hiram, I assume you follow, so you were headed that direction before. Jack, what are you doing?
Smoking a cigarette. leaving. Taking a rest real quick.
Perfect.
Trying to recover.
You can take as many as you need. You've had a rough day.
It's been pretty fucking bad, man.
Yeah. You had a day that was so rough you got knocked out of werewolf form and then still died. So,
Yeah, that's true.
Everyone else proceeds down towards this contraption. You can see that it is powered down, although when you kind of get to it, you can still feel the warmth of whatever combustion was coming out of this thing. But you do see there is a thick glass tube, and in that tube is the clothed, breathing form of a small girl.
Oh, shit.
Why? Who is that? Why? Why is that?
That shouldn't be the first. Okay, that's fine. Jack, are you seeing what I'm seeing? Is that who I think it is?
Jack is back at the...
God damn it, Jack. Quit smoking your cigarette and walk over here. You're the only one that could confirm who this is.
Jack, you get a lot of sass from the opposite end of the warehouse.
But
I'll slowly make my way over there with a cigarette, like hanging out of my mouth, like all Cowboy Bebop style, just
Bradley-
walking over shirtless.
Bradley is going to get on the other side of Tora from Jack.
Okay. Jack, you make your way over there, and are you trying to sense if this is who you are hoping it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think with your keen senses, although it is very dull and deadened because you can tell this person was just in a tube of some kind of liquid, it's kind of hard to get a scent. You mostly get just a series of chemicals, but you can get that scent that this is, in fact, Joey McLaughlin.
Huh. That's
Jack.
all right.
we gotta get him out. Is he drowning? Is dead? Test tube? What?
I don't know if he's alive or not. I'll be
Okay,
honest.
Sledgehammer Boy. Mr. Hiram, do you have any strength to maybe perhaps beat the tube? Break the tube?
That may injure the person inside.
There's water.
Water doesn't
Fine,
stop glass.
Go play with the pipes then. Figure out how to open this.
I'm too tired.
Give me a second.
I tickle at your little armpits. You're fine. Go on.
Give me a second. I'll start analyzing the look of the glass and like the last couple of things we've seen from here. Maybe smell out points where I have a stronger smell of it and use encouragement to do attack rolls for Hiram to break it.
Okay.
So you're going to get lowered by 1 step when you make an attack roll.
Fantastic. Yeah. So you kind of point out weak spots in this glass tube or break points in this glass tube, allowing Hiram to have a better chance of shattering this. Hiram, if you want to shatter this with your axe, it would be now a difficulty 3. Shatter the glass.
I'm going to use my fists.
All right.
Bradley is going to very quickly describe the Seal of Solomon with his hand and cause a little force field to pop up around the young girl inside, just in case glass shards.
Okay.
You said difficulty 2?
Difficulty 3.
3.
But your fists are technically light weapons, so that makes a difficulty 2.
Okay.
Are Hiram's fists light weapons, though?
I mean, no, they're heavy
I
weapons.
think that depends on who you're asking.
Technically, they're medium weapons.
On the receiving end. Trash can lids for hands.
Do you mean medium weapons, like meat hammers?
Wow.
I just want to I hear you pointing out all the spots, and I'm just gonna punch it like square in the center. Just
there's this scene of Jack like here, 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 and then in none of those spots you just ham fist, and there's that spider crack, and it just begins to spread, and then all at once the entire thing just crumbles, and like pings off of Bradley's force field that he just made, and sort of slides off like Raynex. And there is the unconscious but breathing form of Joey.
Oh, good. They're breathing. How, though? How long were they in there? Were they in there the whole time? How long have you guys been down here? What's going on?
I don't know how long. It was kind of... We were asleep.
Yeah, you get a pass. You don't understand. That's fine.
I remember getting to the warehouse, and I remember waking up, and there was a tentacle monster, and then I remember you waking me up.
There's a lot that happened. I go over and sort of nudge Joey's shoulder gently with my hand. Hey, kid. You awake?
You know them?
Yes, Joey.
Is that the kid you lost?
Yes, kid I lost.
Ooh, you're real good at this babysitting thing.
So, you lost a child.
Who's a part of the Men of Letters?
And
Stop.
because we were sent to this warehouse because of your condition, we have found them.
I guess so, man.
Don't.
The pattern.
Nah!
So, Joey, the first words you hear when you wake up are, the pattern. And then you sort of blink into the darkness, and you see Jack standing over you, Tora looking disapproving at, well, everything. A massive 6'4" hulking frame of this, what clearly must be a monster. And then a frail young man who it looks like he's bleeding everywhere and is barely holding himself up.
Okay, Joey probably shudders awake and like backs off a little bit and then takes it all in, and then I guess I'm probably on the ground. I bolt for Jack. Like toss my arms around Jack. I'm like,
Hey, this is why I wore pants.
Oh, you're awake.
Sorry, I apologize.
It's a 50-50 thing with Jack. He's like, oh, God, it was
oh
Francis.
God, thank you.
Hey, kid, you all right?
Breathe, it'll be okay.
What happened? Where'd he go?
Where did who go?
Where'd they all go? Did you kill him? You did, didn't you? You saved me. You don't have to answer. She like, thank you so much.
God.
They made me look into this gem. They took pieces of my skin.
Jack, as you're kind of trepidatiously embracing Joey, you notice that there are, in fact, patches of skin that seem to have, like, healed over. Perhaps whatever liquid he was in was advanced healing, but it looks like there are, like, symmetrically cut squares, basically grafts of skin removed from all over her body and then healed back over. So it's not quite scar tissue, but it looks like, you know, when you get it looks like scar tissue, right?
Yeah.
Looks like a skin graft.
Let's get you somewhere warm, okay?
You also notice that there are several places on her body that have stitches.
Huh. Like organ stitches or like
Not big enough for organs to come out, but they look like they are.
Kidney of a child.
What's your knowledge of human anatomy besides the edible bits?
besides the edible bits. Not too much. I think, well, there's knowledge of anatomy, and then there's just like being kind of a man whore, which is the latter one.
Perfect. You can just roll me a straight up intellect roll. It's gonna be difficulty 3.
All right.
No.
Okay. So
Nice.
in a way that Jack will understand, and a few of our more adult-oriented friends in the stream, the stitches are all in places where you should not engage in impact play. So Jack can infer whatever he'd like from there. But they're small. They're like inch incisions, like inch sets of stitches. Super long.
Got it.
Do you know why they did these things?
No.
And Bradley's going to turn to the others, kind of cringing his hands. I have books, and access to more books than I have.
I love books.
Well, at my apartment, I have books, and I think if this young child can describe what was done, we may be able to find some answer or some kind of pattern.
That sounds useful, Bradley. Yes. Okay. Joey, do you know who did this to you? Okay. You don't have to tell us right now. We'll figure it out. Well,
Do you want to tell us who did it? Do you?
So remember, before I slept on that booth in the barn, remember I told you that there was a man and he burned up inside of the asylum? What if he did it? What if he's like invincible or something? 'Cause he's back.
Belladonna mentioned that he'd be stronger than that.
Some kind of doctor.
His name is Dr. Herbert West.
Dr. West.
Herbert West.
Do you know the guy?
No.
Are you looking for pattern? Is that what you're doing? West begins
I'm
with
sorry.
W and then it's got 4 letters in it.
It is cardinal direction. I recently read some ornithological texts.
Where are the crazy rope people? Did you kill them too?
Most of them.
Really?
Technically, it was Hiram. I mostly got stabbed.
But you're still standing, so that's good for something.
The adrenaline will probably wear off soon.
I don't mean to not be appreciative or nothing, but why are you two here? I report to Bradley and Hiram. I know why these two, they're men of letters. We're men of letters.
We are. Hiram was our other person. Remember, we were missing a room key.
Oh, yeah. Which card did he have? It doesn't matter. Okay, so what are you doing here?
Looking for patterns.
I'm a wizard.
There's no such thing as wizard.
Smart kid.
Okay.
I mean, wizards, you read about wizards, in fairy tales and stuff.
Yes. I did. It's one of... Should I just show you? And he snaps his fingers and is suddenly rhymed in green light. St. Elmo's fire.
Wow. How did you do that?
I'm a wizard.
No, I mean, I get it. Where's the mechanism for the gas or whatever?
Magic is the process, the science, really, and art of.
Yeah, the science. We're on the same level. You can tell, Joey.
He uses science he doesn't understand and calls it magic.
I do understand it, just not by the rational mind and the Precambrian instincts that are resident in us all, really. They're often more useful.
I really would have thought, you being half dead, you'd talk less.
I'm sorry. The little one did ask questions.
I did. You all look really bad.
Can we go now?
Yeah.
Where are we going? We can't go back. No, we can't go back. We can't go back to the Foxglove.
Why not?
Why not?
Because they're watching it.
Of course, Sarah.
They're watching everything related to the
cult. Yeah. The cult, the church. The Church of Star Wisdom.
The Church of Starry Wisdom.
I heard him say it. It sounds right up your alley, Mr. Wizard.
Sounds like a dumb name.
Both of those are equally true.
Look, if there's a problem with the Foxglove, I'd like to make sure that Miss Belladonna's all right.
Oh.
So.
Huh.
But if we go, then they'll be able to find us. I don't want to go back.
You don't have to go back. I'll go back.
But I don't want you to get hurt neither.
I think I'll be fine. Just gonna check it out, make sure that she's okay, then I'll be out again.
Easy peasy. In and out. I'll stay with you, Joey, if you need.
Easy peasy here. Joey's gonna sleep on the booth downstairs. Easy peasy.
I'm sorry.
Is there like any remaining robes around of some sort? Because if there is, I would like to take one and like kind of wrap it gently over Joey.
Oh God, will it help or will it hurt?
There are, you can push the rubble away and grab a set of robes. Fortunately, none of you really did a whole lot of damage to these guys, except for the bleeding out of the eyes and ears. So the head wrap, the head portion of this robe is a little bit messy, but you can kind of rip that part off and just sort of make it a robe and just sort of pop it around her head. But yeah, it's just a long white, like way too long, right? It's an adult-sized white robe. So it trails a little bit, exactly. It trails a little bit behind her. But yeah, it does do something to apply some warmth in the night. It is January after all. It's a bit chilly out.
Oh.
It's January in New England. Before global warming, so it's very cold.
I feel like Jack runs hot. It's probably all right.
We all do.
It's so warm.
So Jack, are you just leaving, hopping in the car, and attempting to drive your way back to the Foxglove?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shirtless.
Yeah.
So you guys hear Jack's motor vehicle take off. The four of you are still in the warehouse.
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
Can we heal up? How does healing up work?
So,
just chillax.
Mechanically, on the top right corner of your thing is 1, 10, 1 hour, and 10 hours. So you have any number of those. You know that it's going to take Jack more than 10 minutes to get to the Foxglove and back. So you could feasibly take the 1 action and 10-minute rest if you haven't taken it already.
Okay, I have not. I will do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna message you something while we do that.
Perfect.
I would like to go back to my apartment at some point. At this point, I need a nap, and I would like to read some things at random.
Are you inviting us to your apartment, or are you trying to leave us? I feel like you're asking for an escort for protection.
Wait, is that where the books are?
It's where the books are, and I don't want to. You don't have to come, and certainly it's not a cozy place. Well, it is cozy because there's not much room, but you are welcome to come, and I think there may be useful things there, but you don't have to. And I know I don't know you that well, and you don't know me that well.
If you had to take a guess, how many Highrims can you fit in your apartment?
What's a Hiram?
That's a Hiram.
Oh.
2, 3, possibly. Depends on whether Hiram is small or horizontal.
It's like stacking bricks. It just standing room of Highrims. How many?
3.
Oh, and you said you have lots of books here?
So The apartment was larger before I got the books.
Oh. Okay, yeah, we're going.
Can I start looking around for the entrance to this underground facility that I know is here?
You can. You begin to kind of stumble because of the length of this robe that you're in, and it becomes apparent all too quickly. As you kind of survey the scene, first of all, there are several corpses here, which may be the first time you've seen that. Actually, knowing you, it hasn't been. So there's several corpses crushed underneath rocks. There's a lot of blood going around here. There's a massive hole in the center of this place, surrounded by rubble and corpses. And there is a blown out something. It looks like a cave-in happened on the right-hand wall, your left from the back of the room. And this is a tunnel. You kind of have vague recollections of this tunnel being here, but now it is collapsed. It looks like something went through there and blew it up.
Oh, okay. I go over and I point out, this was the entrance into the scary place downstairs where they have the big thing.
What thing?
Oh, they call it a big word. It's the shining trapezoidahedrons. I can't remember, but it's big and it's like a gym.
Trapezohedrons.
That one.
You just hiccuped and mumbled in the middle of a word. Don't pretend like you knew what you were saying. Do we need to go investigate, or you're telling us not to go there, Jim?
I don't know. I just know it's down there, and I feel like we can't just leave it.
But Bradley, you got a light I can take with, like a torch sort of thing? I'll go down, check it out.
Well, he's got all that gas hooked up and hidden in his pants, so I would think so.
No. Yeah, yes, but not what the little person said.
Method doesn't matter. The fact is you have gas in your pants that lights up. That's fact now.
It's gotta be how he does it.
It's logical, Joey. You were just so brilliant.
I want to pick up some of the rubble. It's got to be like a wooden beam or something that's just stupid big, and I hold it out to you.
Bradley is going to summon the glowing white orchid and hold it out to you.
Who?
Are we just going to stand off holding these things at each other? Light my beam!
So, as you remove a chunk of this rubble, you realize as it shifts under the weight of the removed beam that this will take you hours to dig out. The guy that you so carelessly let get away, Hiram, blew up the tunnel behind him. So you actually have no idea how deep the rubble goes, just that it is there. So it would, I mean, if this is just like, 10 feet of it, it's probably going to take you an hour and some odd minutes to dig through that. But you have no idea how deep it goes. It's an endeavor you can undertake. It's just going to take time.
Stop. It's not worth it.
Bradley is going to put the orchid on top of the wooden beam, like just in the broken part.
Thank you.
It's just a big old crystal. It's nothing special or nothing. It's not like her voices or whatever.
Look, I've been in this game for a while, and big crystals and gems and fancy fucking things. Normally it,
Different language.
No, he's right.
Freaking things. Normally, they don't add up to anything good. You get crazy stuff like this.
Yeah.
Probably figure out how to get down there and,
There are tunnels, are there not, all throughout the city. That's how I first arrived in the Foxglove.
You travel in tunnels? Like the sewer systems?
Not habitually, no. But in this circumstance, I did.
The wizard travels via tunnel.
Sometimes I take a cab. I would like to leave, and if you don't mind.
But if we go, then Jack won't know where
can't-
to find us. We can't leave Jack.
kid's right. We can't go nowhere. We gotta wait for Jack. Jack's not gonna know where to go. Jack will know where to go.
Well, you could go and we could come to your apartment.
Don't you think you've learned by now Jack's got a nose? How far away is your apartment from here, Bradley?
I feel like Jack could smell whatever Bradley's smoking.
For miles.
I was like, I'm not concerned. I think we could leave.
True.
Okay. It's if you know Miskatonic University, it's
Oh yeah, I sleep at the library there.
It's not what libraries are for.
It's my favorite place.
Yes, that's good. Yes, he says, gritting his teeth.
I put a hand on Bradley's shoulder.
Ow!
How about you could just take us to your place?
I'm trying.
And
Bradley's going to try to like duck from under that massive paw and lead folks upstairs to hail a cab.
Oh, we're not taking the tunnels?
we're taking a damn bucket?
I don't know where the tunnel. That's the only tunnel. I'm saying that there are likely other tunnels, and that we could find the crystal.
Bradley. Oh, my lands. Bradley, how old are you? Really?
31.
Well, I'm 10.
You act younger than Joey. Can you just get a hold of yourself for 1 second?
I've been told I have an old soul. It's okay, Bradley.
I have nerves.
We all do.
If it means anything, I was kind of tortured and had things surgically removed, so I empathize with that.
There's a child who's been experimented unwillingly on, and you can't even just tell us to leave to get to your apartment.
I'm
in charge.
trying.
Okay. All right. Okay. My yelling's not helping you.
It's not.
Okay. We're walking away.
But you don't want to take a cab.
Whoa,
Not all of us have privilege to take cabs everywhere.
I mean, where do you live? Maybe we could get that
To
fast
sleep
down
in
the
a
street.
library.
I live Miskatonic University. It's technically near the janitorial services, but they tell me it's technically
Oh, you live at the university too?
Yes.
We're like neighbors.
Yes. Oh. Okay.
Are you homeless too?
No. In fact, my parents pay for it.
God, fucking of course.
Oh, you got folks.
Yes.
This is why he can afford to be a 31-year-old man with nerves.
You know, maybe we should give him a break. He thinks he's a wizard.
You're right. I can't believe the child is the most understanding and mature of us all.
Hiram's just got it like his flask out.
Yeah.
And I think he'll hand a little bit to Bradley, like he needs it.
Joey probably reaches for it
No,
because it passes by.
way too short. It's like intentional over the kid.
Bradley will lead you all to his apartment. The entire time trying to fold in on himself. Like, every time Tara talks to him.
I love it.
I won't talk to you the whole way there.
Oh,
Joey probably talks.
worse.
I was about to say Joey talks the whole way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, I feel like I need to intrude on the fact that you're wet and wearing a robe.
Imagine it's like no suspenders, nothing. I don't know how much I got left, but like
In the absolute middle of January in New England in 1927. This is a good... Man, this is a hike. This is like 5 or 6 city blocks. This is
I think Hiram would carry the kid
still the winter.
and Bradley.
Cozy up. That's a lot of body heat. You're
Okay.
fine.
All right. Fantastic. Okay, so in light of how much of a beating you all took last episode, you make it to Miskatonic University. So here's the deal, right? So you head out of this warehouse. Is there anything? Oh, by the way, for Bradley's edification, this is the symbol that you see on the floor, that you saw on the floor. Show to players. Only the wording is written in a different language.
Okay.
In a different language that I recognized, or
you recognized it last time. That's what it said when you read it. So no one else can actually read that. However, that is what it says.
Was that visibly on the floor?
Not for you.
Okay.
However, depending on whether you have revealed it or not, or whether you've explored it or not, you do have that same symbol on your person.
Bitch.
Yeah, I imagine I'm like scratching at something, like on a shoulder. You know, I keep itching. I'm like, God. Itching, and I'm sure it reveals itself, or there's some kind of branding on my back.
Yeah. So like Hiram, when you're carrying her and she's like scratching, you can kind of see that there is something that she's scratching at.
Something must have bit me.
As like she's scratching, I kind of like move her like a baby. Like I'm literally now, you're just like, I'm holding you facing them, and like I can see where like the shirt kind of fell down a bit, and I'm gonna turn you around so now you're facing me so that they could see the branding.
What is it? Did a spider get me?
That ain't no spider, kid.
Joe, I'm gonna. There's some markings on you. I'm gonna take a peek at them.
Yeah,
Marking.
Stand still. Not gonna hurt. Maybe, I don't know how this works.
Or like, look, just peel a little bit of the rope down and. I mean, can you see it? Is it like...
you see that. Yeah, it is. It doesn't look like it's. It looks like it's surgical scarification, right? Like a body mod. But obviously on this child, not a consensual body mod. It is just the internal symbol in there, that weird like zigzaggy thing inside the inside circle, that is seemingly scarred into this child.
No circle around it.
No, not like
just
not the star, just that symbol in the center.
Kind of looks like a treasure map.
Well, what does? What'd they put on me?
You seem to have been branded a little bit.
Branded? Like a cow?
Like
Criminal.
cow of a kind.
We're gonna have to determine if it does anything.
Does anything? It itches.
Well,
Fresh fries usually do.
Well, Bradley, you got some cream, like some aloe vera
Yeah, wizard.
at the place, at your place.
Can you make it
Yes.
stop itching?
I have access to things. Yes, I can. I am helpful. I hope.
You are. I mean, you have an apartment or something, right?
Or something. Yes.
Does it hurt, kid?
Well, kinda. I mean, it itches, and everything kinda hurts. You know.
I'm gonna open my flask and offer you some.
Oh, is this hooch?
It's medicine.
It's hooch.
A small sip.
And Joey takes a giant swig of it.
There ain't much left in it, but whatever's there you can have.
Oh no.
The woman at the Foxtrot, she wouldn't give me none.
She seemed like a bitter lady.
Yeah, that was weird. Well, it seems there's a lot of bitter ladies.
Ain't that the truth?
They took my suspenders. Those were my best ones. Those were my only ones.
Well, we'll get you another pair of suspenders. Don't sweat it. Right now, we just let's not be in the cold. Little hospitality here, Bradley.
So, it takes you guys a good 30, 45 minutes to get from the warehouse to Bradley's apartment. However, what I will note is as you pass after city block after city block after city block, you eventually make your way to Garrison Street. Now, if you cross Garrison Street, there in front of you is the Miskatonic University. However, if you take a right and head north down Garrison Street, you'll be at the Foxglove. So the choice is yours where you guys want to end up.
You think Jack's all done? We could go pick him up. Is your apartment big enough for one more?
It won't be any smaller. So yes, we should hope that Jack has his shirt now.
Well, I'm wearing one of the robes, so they'll probably just think I'm a cultist anyways.
They won't think that, kid.
Yeah, I'll just walk right up to the door and knock, and they're gonna think that I'm one of them.
No.
I got the mark.
You're so brave, Joey. Jack has a car, so unless he was doing things with Miss Belladonna, he should be done by now.
Is the car still up front?
That's how Jack takes his rest. That's his rest action. Oh no. Okay. Do you go down to the Foxglove to see if the car is still there?
Yeah, I think we should stop. We'll stop by the Foxglove and if
If
Jack
it's on
is
the
there.
way, might as well.
I mean, it's 5 minutes out of the way, but at that point, you just take a right down the street, and it's right in front of you. The car is parked on the street in front of the Foxglove. The door to the Foxglove itself is closed, but there are lights on inside.
Joey, you don't have to go inside.
No. I'm a mental lettuce. I am going in.
All right.
Not scared of them?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll go around to make sure they didn't actually hear me say that.
There doesn't seem to be any sinister men twirling mustaches in the alleyways. However, you are able to head up to the stairs of the Foxglove in the various states of disarray that you all are. Place your hand on the knob and enter the Foxglove, to which we see Jack, I assume kind of less gracefully sitting at the bar and more splayed into the booth, and Belladonna is sitting next to him and treating his wounds as you guys enter into this place.
Miss Belladonna.
You're still alive.
Duh.
Oh no, I meant her.
Oh. Well, why wouldn't she be alive? Why wouldn't you be alive?
I've been seeming to have some mental disturbances. I feel like I've been in less physical danger than these folk.
Well, that's okay. Hey, wait at the bar or something and get us drinks.
We're only stopping long enough to ask.
Have you seen Jack?
I'm right here.
Jack's
Oh.
right here.
Oh, I thought you only said she was there. I'm sorry, I missed the part that Jack was sitting at the bar.
Yeah.
Jack
Jack is hiding behind Miss
Well,
Belladonna.
Jack is splayed out in the booth that you are sleeping in, while Belladonna is treating his wounds. But
His wounds is what the kids call it in
treating his wounds.
1920.
Yeah, but she as she sticks him with a needle, sewing up one of his lacerations, she looks to you and tugs a little bit harder on Jack. I'm not getting you anything, young lady.
But Hiram said I could have some.
Hiram doesn't run the Foxglove. I do. And if Hiram doesn't watch his mouth, he won't get any either.
I mean, I'm 16. I could have just a little.
Or what? What?
16-ish.
Wait, what?
I'm not. You know what? It's fine. I'll take some grape juice on the rocks or something.
Yeah, you will. When I'm done.
Oh. What are you doing? And I come over and put my nose right in it. I'm meddlesome as fuck.
She is stitching up Jack's wounds. There is antiseptic on the table. There is various med kits. You'll notice that, you've seen medical equipment somewhat intimately, and you know that there is normal medical equipment like you would find in a first aid kit, and then a bunch of other weird stuff that you shouldn't find in a first aid kit, but what it is, you're not really sure. Tora, if you kind of walk over, you get a better sense of what the miscellaneous items are. They're kind of the things that you'd carry in your bag and or med kit. They are more on the occult variety, as she is using both mundane and occult magics to heal Jack up.
Ooh, what's this? Ooh, and that.
Oh, don't touch it.
Oh, sterile, right, or something?
Yes, it's sterile. And Jack is wounded, so just gonna...
While you're stitching up Jack,
Yes.
I have a brief question.
Sure.
Would there be any reason you would recognize a ritualistic branded scar on a body if we were to show it to you?
I mean, there's a chance that I could. Did you
Well-
get branded?
I mean, not to my knowledge.
Okay.
We might have found Joey in a tube in the basement.
In a
That-
tube.
It's not the worst place Joey's ever been, okay?
Yeah.
They may or may not have branded old Joey.
Joey, we'll
May-
talk about the worst places you've stayed, but for now, let me see.
Upstairs is one thing for the record.
This place is perfectly safe.
You tell that old spirits that escaped out your chimney.
Yeah.
Do you have a pair of suspenders? And maybe some pants and a shirt or something so I don't have to wear this
Yes,
snazzy robe?
Let me check the lost and found.
How you feeling, Jack?
She doesn't move at all.
Good.
All right. I told you I'd be fine.
Jack, you don't have to, obviously, but we were on our way to my apartment, perhaps to look for some answers, and you are welcome to come.
Where's your apartment?
It's on the grounds of Miskatonic University.
Miskatonic University.
Yes, I understand that's not exactly the most surprising fact of my circumstance, but
God,
He has books. Oh, and the wizard needs a nap.
I gotcha. So I don't know much about your university, but I do know that, and Jack's going to refer to the map. Pretty sure that's one of the spots that they picked out. That's the last place I want to go to right now.
what is that?
It's a pentagram.
So what you see, Bradley, is the map in front of you. All 5 of these spots are marked where some sort of event happened, the culling, as I'm calling it, a few nights ago, about 11 days ago.
Bradley, surely you envisioned yourself being here. So you clearly had envisioned these 5 locations and
You are
spirits that left the buildings.
You are. Yeah,
This was one of those places, and you envisioned yourself needing to be.
I think you are willfully misrepresenting what it is I do and what I follow. They aren't visions.
I mean, this is like the best pattern ever. So
This is the worst pattern ever, and I am very glad I've been now made aware of that, because I am now moved to do something quicker than I would before, because this is the most not good.
Mr. Leach, if I can, when's the last time you were actually at the university?
The thing about ayahuasca is its ability to demand one's sense of time.
Sure. But there were meteor showers the other night. Did you see them, or were you in the tunnels?
What is ayahuasca?
A
Unless you ask
prophylactic to the mundane. Yes, I knew there were showers, though it may be more accurate to say that there were patterns in the sewers that indicated there were showers.
All right, so you haven't been at the university
I
since
had not.
things started happening since this this shape here on this map became relevant, right?
And now I am made aware of where I need to be, because this is part of the pattern.
Okay, where do you need to be? That is
At
not
my-
your apartment? Or
It
is your apartment?
It is my apartment.
Okay,
It is,
so nothing's changed. You still need to go to the apartment.
yes, but now I understand some greater significance to it.
Belladonna, I'd like to buy him a room. You need to sleep, sir.
Yeah, you should put him in one of the rooms with them.
Sleep would be nice.
They're in every room, young lady. And given the current circumstances and the current state of the boarding house, he can just have one of the rooms. They won't be one of yours, but a room will do fine for him.
I have books that can help. I have materials.
Yeah,
Right,
sure.
after
we'll
you sleep.
Go there, but you got to sleep first, and we're not going to the university yet.
Do you know what a monkey's paw is?
Well,
I know
Monkeys have
those
hands.
two
the
words
hand of
separate.
a monkey.
Yeah, monkeys have hands, not paws.
No, this wasn't technically a monkey, and technically it's not
Oh, is it a wizard thing?
It's a wizard thing.
Is it a wizard thing?
I fucking hate
It's
wizard
a
things.
wizard thing.
Does it do something?
Yes.
Did you sew a paw on a monkey? That's not nice.
I have
Of
spent
what you like? Okay, Bradley. If you keep talking in the passive voice, no one's going to take you seriously. I need to know
Mood.
bring up a monkey's paw for. Like, why don't you just show us?
It's at my apartment.
Great.
Okay.
So we'll see it tomorrow after you sleep.
No, you've done a monkey's paw. I spent years, quite a considerable amount of time, being able to enforce my will on reality, aka magic. Imagine if one could do that without having spent the time to learn how to do it properly.
That
and
sounds
safely.
wonderful. So if
It
you're
grants
blind,
wishes.
that is okay.
Like a genie?
Oh,
It grants wishes. There are more accurate ways to describe it, but that's apparently the quickest way to cut
Any
through
wish
your
you want?
constant disapproval.
okay.
How many wishes? How does it work? Do you rub it?
5. It's not the point. My point is, if my apartment is no longer safe, I would prefer if whomever is making it unsafe did not have access to something that grants wishes.
That makes sense, but guess
Oh.
what? You haven't been to the apartment since all of this weird shit has gone on. So, like, you don't even know if it's gone or not. So what's the point of endangering it when you're already half dead and half asleep?
I have a question.
You have a lot of questions.
I know, but that's okay. There are no stupid questions. I had a teacher one time tell me that. I was
There
like,
were-
okay,
question?
Joey has a question. How long?
How
You know,
long?
since
What?
Joey was in a vat or whatever.
Oh,
10 days, wasn't it? I don't-
10 days?
and that was out of character. I don't remember if that was.
I was like at least a week.
Okay.
10
Oh.
days.
Yeah, we had 10 days because
10
Jack
days?
and I met. So that's when they said they lost the kid.
Okay, 10 days. They took me, and then, we could sneak on. I could just go in and take it from your apartment. I mean, I've never actually stolen stuff from somebody by asking, but I could. And then come back with it.
Yes.
I feel you wouldn't know how to find it. And also, I don't want you in my library unchaperoned.
Why? Knowledge is for everyone.
Knowledge is dangerous. Not actually dangerous, but very dangerous.
Do you think Joey is dangerous?
Yes, we found you in a vat.
That wasn't my fault. They put me there. It's all-
I understand.
Okay,
fine.
so we're gonna make a
Yes.
field trip to your apartment.
I
Tomorrow,
acquiesce.
after
Acquiesce.
we sleep.
After we sleep.
I don't want to sleep here.
I don't either.
The last time Joey went to sleep here, I wound up in a vat.
We're gonna go into.
They took you from the bench. Like, I don't even know how you disappeared. Jesus Christ! Well, you didn't sleep in your room. That's the problem.
You gotta sleep in your room and you gotta lock
The last time I did that, something tried to kill me from underneath it. You know, I really think I would be more comfortable at the library. You got a car. That means you gotta have a house.
I have a house in, it's a bit west of here. I've been staying here.
Ooh, or we could all stay right here in the lobby. Then I won't feel so bad.
How about I'll stay in the lobby with you.
Really?
Promise.
Joey, you need a bed.
I've had a bed before.
I can sleep on in there. The booth is bigger than the kid.
Yeah, the booth is bigger than the kid.
Okay.
This is where you get stolen from.
I know, that sounds like... you can...
Are like the beds here twin sized? In the
Yes, as I remember what size beds are. Yeah, they're a full.
smallish? Are they
Twin
full?
is like the kid size, then full. Yeah, they're full size.
You
You could fit 2 people in here.
Or
Hey.
one Hiram.
Yes.
Yeah.
Accurate.
Hey Hiram.
Mm.
I want to sleep in a bed. I want the kid to sleep in a bed. I don't want to necessarily share a room with the kid. Right. But what if we
Why?
all just hold on, this is just a Hiram.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's
I thought you were
okay.
like saying this out loud.
No. Well, I am, but just a Hiram.
I slowly take Joey off to the side.
Fuck it, Jack.
Joey, you need a bed. You can sleep
so-
with me.
So let's just can you help me just move some beds into the same room?
Yeah, I'll go move the beds into the same room.
We're gonna have a blanket fort party or something.
Yes, by all
See?
means, rearrange my entire skeleton.
I was like, one, you
Okay.
didn't ask Miss Belladonna. 2, no one agreed to have a slumber party with you. Jack.
Whatever you like, Jack. You have the run of the place.
Look, I'm just gonna pipe in here, Miss Belladonna.
Yes.
Weren't there like supposed to be more of us that were here? Like, wasn't what
There
happened?
was, and he died.
Dead.
Yeah.
Stupid dead.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're gonna
it went up the chimney.
You mean
we're
the
gonna
rest
do
of
what
the
we
men
need
of
to
the
do,
place?
man. We're gonna do what we need to do.
I'm going to assume that the tone in your voice is not in fact a threat and just the bass coming through. But as I said to Jack, do what you need to, Jack. You have the run of the place.
Yeah, that wasn't a sarcasm thing. That's
Oh, I can't tell with the voice.
you really can't. It's it's very difficult.
Yeah.
Well crafted over years.
You know, I'm a pretty astute kid. I feel like something's going on and you're all not telling me. Am I in trouble?
No, you're not in trouble.
Okay.
Is
Maybe.
Jack in trouble?
Jack is something, but I'm more worried that you're kind of a ticking time bomb with this.
Me?
Yep.
That's all right. You have
Joey's
kids.
astute.
You have kids,
Joey
Tora?
can handle it.
Yeah, but there's some trauma that.
You just suggested they sleep in the booth they got stolen from.
That's what the kid wanted.
What?
You do what the kid wants.
I just-
Okay, Miss Belladonna, you never even got to look, okay? And Joey, come here. And I show the back of Joey to Miss Belladonna.
So
Nobody's
you
told me if it's bad yet. Is it bad?
Yeah. So you kind of like grab her and like pull the back of the shirt down, and you actually see it's subtle, but Tori, you pick up on it. You see her recoil just a little bit from this symbol. And then she puts a hand on yours, and this is probably the most gentle she's ever been verbally or physically with you, and slides your hand back up to cover her shoulder back. And she says, I have seen that before, yes. Joey, it is not good.
Really?
I mean, we gathered that when we found her in a test tube with patches of skin removed and healed back over.
Don't tell my secret.
I find that if you don't answer her, she just keeps asking and asking and asking.
Right.
Yes,
And also, if you answer her,
I know this.
Just in general.
that's true too. But yeah, Hiram, you want to help me move some beds?
Yeah. All right.
Bradley, you're staying here tonight.
You can stay with us.
You know,
Bradley, if you need help sleeping, I can help you sleep.
Fox is here.
And I walk away to go start moving some beds together.
yeah, Belladonna gets out of the booth with Jack, and she kind of puts a hand on Joey's, like, the arch of the back and says, Joey, why don't you help Jack as well? And she's going to walk with the three of you towards the stairs, and she sort of grabs Hiram around his bicep and gives him, like, a little bit of a tug towards her, and she leans over and says, if you don't watch your tone in my establishment, that ticking clock of yours will be sped up. And then she sort of shoves you towards the stairs and turns back towards Tora and says, excuse me, the two of you, could you stay, please?
For you, anything.
Don't use my voice, Jess. She slides back in and begins to, like, put away all of her things. And she kind of leans over towards Bradley and Tora, even though no one could hear her in the establishment because no one's here. But she leans in and sort of speaks even softer than usual. And she says, that symbol is something I never thought I would ever see again. And I'm quite perturbed that I saw it in the first place. This is a symbol of some kind of elder darkness. I don't know why anyone would put it on a child.
I mean, we're dealing with a mad scientist that should have been burnt to a crisp, but somehow isn't. So, makes sense, doesn't it?
You left that part out.
You already knew about the scientist that messed with Joey.
I didn't know he was here.
You assumed he was still alive, even though Joey said he burned him.
Yes, well, the doctor has a habit of reanimating things to include himself.
Okay, well, now we can confirm that Joey has had a second run-in with this doctor.
Well, then the next thing you'll note is that corpses may walk the streets. So be on the watch for that, or don't use the streets. More importantly...
In the sense that we would be able to detect them from different people? Like, those people. I would be able to see them, obviously.
Oh no, they'll be the ones eating the other people.
Oh, they're just not going to be subtle about it, okay.
Yeah, no, they're not like the friendly ones here. They're actual animated corpses. He has a proclivity for defacing grave sites, of which there are over a dozen here in Arkham. So,
Tasty.
I will also add that there are dozens because there are several that are full. More importantly, the symbol. Where did you see it? Have you seen it anywhere besides the child?
It was on the ground, in a rather aptly made circle of power. I mistook it at first for a... You were busy reprimanding me for things over which I had very little control, Tara.
Okay, all right. Important details. On the ground. Circle of power.
I mistook it for a seal of Solomon to keep something out, but it seemed to be to the inverse of that.
Understandable. I mean, was it in a Seal of Solomon?
Quite possibly. It opened a doorway. The places between potentiality and actuality. I'm trying, Tora.
I get it.
Don't look at me. Sorry. I'm sorry. I can't not make faces, so you're just gonna have to learn how to just look at Miss Belladonna.
Right.
The men and I had an encounter several years ago. Here.
Jack included?
Jack wasn't here yet. This is after Jack. Or this is before Jack, rather. We had an issue here, in the center of Arkham, in a place that I believe was purged of this darkness. There is a place...
Just slow down.
There is a place, a hostel of ill repute. Not for Jack's reasons, it's just a shitty place. Called the Witch House. A man stayed there, and he had, and she kind of looks over to Bradley, prophetic visions. He began speaking Egyptian, of which he had no prior knowledge of. and he began carving that symbol on every surface in the room, to include himself.
Oh.
Yes. That was how it started.
How did it end?
Did you see how Jack came in? Worse.
I see.
You know what it's holding? What is it summoning? It's a power symbol for something
This
specific?
symbol belongs to an ancient deity that we've traced back as far as ancient Egypt. Only when you think ancient deity, it isn't something like I worship, or the Christians, or whatever other faith you have. It's real. It's more real than the books you read, Bradley, and the things you've seen, Tora. And if they are summoning things based on the description of the circle you've said, I assume there are other entities entering this space. And if there are, they may be trying to summon this god back into this realm.
Probably shouldn't let that happen.
We probably shouldn't.
Need my books.
Is there anything we can do to stifle any sort of effects it has on Joey?
I don't know that it has any effects yet. I would need to study, or I would need to figure something out. I don't know that carving the symbol on her did anything. I don't know. She said something about skin grafts and surgeries. I don't know what they're trying, but if West was involved, then it could be any number of things.
All right, I suggest we're going to need to rotate guard on Joey. We can't let Joey out of our sights at any given point.
I need my books. I will stay here, as everyone has made clear, the night. But tomorrow morning,
Yes, we'll get your parents' books.
they're my books. Mine. The apartment is theirs. So much of my life is my parents'. The books are mine.
With your hard-earned money.
Yes.
Tora.
Right. Okay.
So as the conversation sort of dwindles, Belladonna places a hand on Bradley's and leans over towards him and says, "You're not the only one who can read the pattern."
I'm so usually alone.
If people know that you have those books, they're likely coming for them as well. And she pats your hand and says, "Be careful. I'll be here." And she sort of continues packing away her little first aid kit and latches it closed and picks it up and slides out of the booth.
Okay, we'll raid your apartment tomorrow morning as soon as you wake up. If you wake up before us, please be assertive and wake us up. Guard your neck, though.
I am sorry.
For what?
How I am. You seem to find it very objectionable.
It's not your fault. I just get irritated because I sense every single piece of emotion that people emanate, and you emanate a lot. You don't hold back much.
I do try.
Right. Well, you haven't found the right book on meditation.
So,
Pattern.
okay. as this tenuous conversation concludes, the camera pans up the stairs to one of the larger rooms. Are you in one of the guarded rooms, Jack? Is that where you lead everyone to? Okay, so you lead up to one of the guarded rooms. What are the three, Hiram, Jack, and Joey? What are you guys doing as this conversation happens downstairs?
Just trying to fit as many beds as we can in here.
Sure.
Moving out anything that's unnecessary and putting the beds in.
Sure.
I'm trying to help, but I'm not really helping.
You're bouncing on the bed.
I assumed as much.
It's like the scene from The Wire where they're trying to like move the the cabinet in, and then they're also pushing on the other side.
Correct.
At some point, except Hiram's on one side, so it doesn't matter how hard you push. It's just
everybody sliding in anyways.
Yep.
So you can comfortably fit 3 beds, uncomfortably fit 4 beds. That means you have to like sort of jump on the bed once you get in the door and sort of smash your way around there. You can fit more than enough beds for all of you to pig pile on top of them and sleep comfortably in some kind of weird, I don't know, Partridge Family situation. But you can get enough beds in there should everyone want to. If you get all 4 of them, it would be all 4 from all of the guarded rooms, I would assume. And you do kind of get like a romper room in there. It takes the majority of the time that conversation was happening. And as you guys finish stuffing the last mattress in there, Tora and Bradley begin. Actually, you see Belladonna first walk up the stairs, and she just sort of glances in and makes a disgusting face and continues back up to the top floor. Shortly thereafter, Tora and Bradley walk upstairs.
Oh, we're doing this. This is the solution.
Yep.
Okay.
This is what's happening.
All right. Well, Joey and I are going to sleep on this bed at the edge.
Why? I want to sleep in the middle.
No.
I sleep at the end?
Like the foot of the beds?
Like across all of them.
So
Please.
the beds form a rectangle. It's like 2
Yeah.
and 2. Like very much like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, right?
Factory,
It's just
yeah.
2, yeah. Yep.
All right.
The edge is safest for you.
No, it's not. There are things under the bed.
Okay, I will sleep at the edge. No, you know what? I really feel like I should sleep between you and the... Okay.
Why? You're all so nice.
This is just weird. No one else sees the weirdness in this?
I think it's really weird.
It's fucking weird.
But you suggested it.
I did.
Jesus Christ.
Well, if you thought it was weird, why did you do this?
Because sometimes you have to do weird things so that people don't get hurt.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, Jack is the smartest of all of us. Let's just say that.
The career collegiate is offended.
I was...
It's like visibly stiffens.
You haven't seen Bradley mad except for right then.
Jack is a certain brand of intelligent. We can
Speak
give
8 language.
that. Probably, okay.
Look, any language you speak,
languages.
I can speak.
But,
It's just the thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Ancient Etruscan?
I don't know.
What is Etruscan?
I'm glad you asked. They were...
bedtime. Go to bed. Don't make
you
Hiram on you.
Hiram. He's a pushover, right, Hiram?
And I just like look down at you with like a stone cold face.
See? Teddy bear.
Very useful. Nope. Might murder me.
So, the 5 of you pig pile into the bed in the strangest family anyone could ever imagine.
I like take all of your pillows, all the men's pillows, and just surround our section of the bed.
Typical.
Brad,
Boy duties, none of it.
Bradley really wanted to advocate for sleeping on an edge, but like is not good at advocating for himself and ends up like sandwiched between Jack and Hiram.
I feel like Hiram is in the middle of the bed, in the middle of all of them, and he just takes up. And then on one side it's Jack and Bradley, and on the other side it's Tora and Joey, and he just sleeps like this. They're just there in the pocket of his arm.
This is the weirdest Brady family episode ever.
So, Bradley, when the door closes and the light turns off, you feel the strangest sensation you've actually felt this entire time. Everyone else is sort of used to it by now, even Hiram. But this is the first time the door closes and it's as if you have been hermetically sealed. There is no sound whatsoever, even from the creak of the bed, the snores of what I assume is the bear-like Hiram, or it could be just Jack turning into a wolf again, who knows. But you hear no snores, you make no noises, it's just dead silent. And if you open the door and stick your head out, you can hear noises, close it, no noise. It's the weirdest thing. What makes it strange for you is it completely settles your mind. You get no vibrations, you get no senses, there is no pattern within the walls of this room. This is the quietest your mind has been, and it's kind of uncanny. Joey, on the other hand, you kind of toss and turn between Tora and Hiram in the protective cocoon of pillows that she has formed around you. And
Hot.
Okay. It is hot. That is true. It is, in fact, hot.
It's hot.
You begin to see bizarre colors and shapes, and you're in this weird pseudo, like, mescaline dream where you can't tell if you're awake or asleep. And you see, it feels as though you're floating, but when you kind of look, you see yourself there. So you're not sure if this is just some kind of bizarre dream, but you begin to see shapes, and the shapes take on colors, and both the shapes twist and wend around themselves, and the colors seem to shimmer and change as these things move. You see what your brain kind of interprets as like mathematical equations, which is strange to see kind of floating in your dreams, right? You see these weird, like, space-like visions. You see, like, nebulas moving, and you kind of trigger back to the moments when you were strapped into a machine, and there was a massive separate machine in front of you in which there was a crystal sort of held together by these two metal pincers, and this red light sort of shone into your eyes, and you sort of take back to that thing where you're kind of almost being brainwashed, and you see these shapes and these visions, and you see almost as if like through a looking glass, these shapes sort of form this circular thing, and you're kind of looking through through some kind of circular window, and you see some sort of ancient civilization. The people that you're seeing aren't very well dressed. In fact, they're mostly nude. They have some sort of like cloth or some kind of they seem to have what you would interpret as a diaper. Their loins are girded for the rest of us, and there's dozens and dozens of them, and they seem to be chiseling into stone walls, and looming over them as if some sort of giant like creature. You see what looks to be like the shadow of a man, but to cast this shadow, you're pretty good with your maths and you kind of know how sizes should work. To cast this shadow, this man has to be well over 15 feet tall to make the shadow of this length, or the sun has to be directly behind him, neither of which are possible. And then you see the man's head begin to shake and shimmer and sort of change and elongate. And as the shadow of the head begins to elongate, that is where we end tonight's episode. Welcome back, Joey.
I found a nudist colony. Thanks, chat.
Guys, this is episode 6 of the Med of Letters. Extra, extra. And if anything, tonight has been extra.
It's been extra.
It was extra.
So, now that we have assembled our full cast and crew for the rest of the season and for the rest of eternity, as I have chained the players to their desks and will torture them forever and ever.
Help us.
let's go around and do
It's
our
not a joke.
introductions. Yeah, no, you're trapped forever. Let's go around, do our introductions, and get the hell out of here. We will start with the finally back Chelsea. Who are you? Where can we find you? And what are you up to?
Hey gang, I am Dot. You can find me online as Little Red Dot, where I am a GM and a digital storyteller. That's what I do, and you can find me all over the internet telling stories in the digital realm. Actually, very exciting this week. I have so much going on this weekend. The good news is I'm back to my regular schedule now that I've moved. I'm literally surrounded by boxes, and you can catch me this weekend. If you're in Atlanta, MomoCon's going on, so I'll be doing some live panels there. The podcast is doing live panels. Sunday, I'm very excited to announce that MomoCon has provided me a rig. So Sunday Funday will be hosted from the floor of MomoCon this year. I'm so excited. So I will have a rig, and we'll be running Sunday Funday, and we'll be playing the Breakfast Cult, our little Cthulhu-esque Breakfast Club detention adventure. And then very exciting is something happening on the Dot Lot Sunday, but I'm going to let Marcy cover that one. So just find me online, and you can keep up with my schedule there.
Fantastic. Speaking of Marcy, who are you? Where can we find you? And what are you up to?
Hi, everybody. My name is Marcy Vellin. I'm one half of the Phantom Roll booth. I'm going to let Colin go over most of the schedule for that one. But for me in particular, you can find me on Thursdays doing this thing, Howlin' at the Moon. On Saturdays, every other Saturday, I'm either doing Gore of Ravnica with Jiro for Us All, or Waterdeep Dragon Heist with Goldheart Gaming. And on Sunday, we're back with Owl of Lycia. That's going to be 2 p.m. PS or PDT rather, 5 p.m. EDT. So it's gonna be fun, and we have some new shows coming to the Roll booth, which we're very excited about.
Sweet. So speaking of the other half of the Roll booth, Colin, who are you? Where can we find you? And what are you up to?
Hi, I'm Colin Volcanet. I'm the other half of the Phantom Roll booth. We are a community of gamers, game makers, and storytellers. We are also a Twitch channel. On that Twitch channel on Mondays, we have a 5th edition campaign called Andari Islands. On Wednesdays, we have a 5th edition campaign called Dungeons and Deductibles about fantasy insurance adjusters, and you either will be really into that idea or not be sure how to handle that. Watch the show. You'll love it.
So
the big one is Friday, tomorrow actually, we are going live with Kyle Gould's sweet baby that he has been solely working on, Morty's Devils. It is a Charlie's Angels inspired, like, rotating cast game of all the worst parts of the 80s in the plains, and everyone plays a tiefling. It has something like 22 players. And each week it's going to be a new cast doing some mission for Morden Kanan, and they're all sexy devil people.
You can just say devil people.
That's true. That's true. That is
what the tiefling implies.
Yeah.
That's true. God, and we have so many people. It's just like Hans Chu, and it's great. Definitely check it out. It's going to be 10:30 EDT. I will probably post more accurate details later, but yes, check that out. And I'm sorry, I'm taking up so much time. And the final thing is there is a Western Marches style campaign of the Forbidden Lands. This is not streamed. It's just something that we run on the Phantom Roll booth. Anyone can join. Anyone can play. It's a lot of fun. It's been chugging on for about a month now.
Cool. I'm going to go play that. What day is that on?
By all means. What's that?
What day is that on?
And any day that I schedule.
Perfect.
I put up a schedule. People, yep.
Great. I'll be on that. That being said, we will jump over to one of my favorite human beings in the world, my human bean. Gnome, who are you? Where can we find you? And what are you up to, my dude?
Hey, what's up? Thank you again for having me here. I love this adventure, and I love this system.
You're welcome.
Like wow.
Good stuff.
I'm hooked. I'm freaking hooked. Like, I bought the PDF, and I can guarantee you I'm going to go buy all the physical stuff because this is awesome. It's so good. My name is Gnome, though. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, and I do all of the streams and podcasts here, obviously, on Thursdays. On Wednesdays, you can catch me on 2 2 places at one time. I am on Encounter Roleplay running a Tales from the Loop game, although now it is Things from the Flood. So our 1980s game that was cute and fun and inspiring is now angsty as fuck in the 1990s because it's the 1990s.
That wig is great and extra.
So extra. So extra. And I'm also on the Rise of the Demigods podcast, which is also a stream on the Godsfall channel, so you can check that out. And on Mondays, you're actually going to see me on for a long time on the Greyhawk channel. I'm finishing up a show there that starts at like 5 p.m. and then I am running a show later in the evening. So that's what I'm doing.
Fantastic. And last but not least, here to counter my sass for the evening, Jess, who are you? Where can we find you? And what are you up to?
Hello, I'm Jess. I like to play as many games as possible with as many people as possible. I think this is my only regular game right now. I just kind of have my hands everywhere. You can see me creeping at Burst of Hope on Twitter. And that's also my Discord handle. So I say a lot of random things. Talk about diversity. It's con season. Next month I'll be at Origins. So if you're in my neck of the woods, come find me at Origins.
Hell yeah. Speaking of cons, I will be doing a live con thing. I'll be doing a live game at a panel at Gen Con. So come check that out. The events are in Discord. Yeah, we have a 3-hour block of time. We're doing a live game at a panel at Gen Con for Save or Dice. In fact, we're actually doing a thing where we're going to let the patrons and viewers sort of pick what the one-shot is and what happens, and it's going to be a Mad Libs of Dungeons and or Dragons. So that should be pretty cool, or terrifying, or terrifyingly cool. Either way, it'll be a good time. Also, this Saturday is our, what month is this, May? Is our May 12-hour charity stream. This will be the 5th. That's how many months it has been. It'll be the 5th one this year. We are about to hit $2,500 raised. We're trying to get past our $10,000 goal that we hit last year. That's going to be pretty cool. I believe Marzi and Colin are going to be there this weekend, which is going to be super awesome. I will be in that game. It is the 10 a.m. game. But Saturday, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., we are raising money for Extra Life Charity for Kids. The goal is $300, but as long as we can get higher than that, we're super happy about it. With that, if you guys want to be apprised of all that information, you want to see these games, you want to talk about these games, please, please, please join us in the Discord. And if you guys would like to support the channel, please go check us out on Patreon. That's the best way to do it. And if you can't do Patreon, the second best place is here on Twitch with that Twitch sub, or the Prime one for free, either way. And with that, we are going to go host my buddy, Daddy Sheepdog, where he is playing an interesting West Marchy kind of thing, where he's playing Warhammer 40k, but West Marches, and it's gonna be a blast. So go check that out. It's highly violent and highly awesome. And he is a good, funny ass dude. And McLokin's over there, and he's one of my other favorite people. So go check him out. And from all of us to you guys, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.